Episode 7. Emily and the triplets walked away laughing. They left me there bleeding and crying. My dress was destroyed. I cried more as I once again showed them that they could trample all over me and I couldn't even defend myself. Weak and useless. A low growl came from the forest line. I had forgotten about the guys. They couldn't see me like this, but as I tried to move, Daniel was crouching beside me. He wiped away my tears. I have decided now. I am going to reject her. Ben growled and I didn't say anything. I noticed all the other guys coming out too. They either gasped or growled when they saw me. Linus came over and put his jacket on me to cover me and I nodded weakly at him. Take her back to the mansion and heal her, Ben said, and I felt Daniel as he lifted me up in his arms. I put my face in his neck and cried in silence. Everything will be okay, Nora. Let us deal with this. Linus said, and Daniel started running. As we came up to the mansion, my wolf woke up and sniffed around. Something smelled nice, but I couldn't put my finger on it. A new face greeted us, and Daniel told me it was Tristan. And I nodded and mumbled a hello. Tristan took the jacket away from me, and his eyes flickered black as his Lycan looked out. I will fetch the bomb, Tristan said while Daniel put me slowly and gently down onto the lounge. I took off my torn dress and looked down on my wounds just as Daniel growled low at them. Tristan came back with the bomb and gasped when he saw me. Both him and Daniel helped rub on the bomb and made the wounds close themselves. Well, you can't wear this dress anymore. Pity, because it was very pretty. But you know I actually have a dress with me and I think it would fit you perfectly, Miss Nora. Tristan said, and I turned to look at him and shook my head slowly at him. Don't bother. I am not going there anymore. I say, and Tristan looked at Daniel. Yes, you are. Because I want to have your first dance, you know. Daniel says and lifts my chin so I look directly in his eyes. You should go, Miss Nora. To show them that you are not easily broken down. Show them how strong you. Tristan encouraged me. Thank you. Yes, I should go, but I don't have another dress and my hair and my makeup is destroyed, so it's not any use for me to go there, I say and stare at my hands. Tristan takes one of my hands and kisses it slowly, earning a growl from Daniel. I have everything you need, so come with me, and I will make you shine like the star that you are, Miss Nora. I giggle at him. He really is nice. I follow him to his room where he shows me the dress and helps me with my makeup and my hair and then helps me with the lacing on the dress. When we are finally done, Tristan helps me down the stairs where we meet Daniel and he smiles. When we made our entrance at the ball, everyone went quiet and the whispers were louder than I thought. Who is that? Are they Lycans? Isn't that Nora? Is she mated to both of them? Lucky her. And so on. Nora, may I have your first dance now? Daniel asks and I accept. We take place on the dance floor and we start to dance. It's a very calm and slow dance and I can hide from everyone that stares at me. Daniel chuckles at me and I turn my face up to him and he bends his head down to me and places a soft and gentle kiss on my lips. A roar is heard and Daniel is ripped away from me by a man that smells divine. The strange man growls one word that makes me freeze along with everyone else here. Mine. Daniel was ripped away from me by a man that roared. Mine. My wolf woke up and started to wag her tail. Mate, I say out loud. The man in front of me turns slightly around to look at me and he smiles at me and nods. Yes, I am your mate and you are mine. He says to me and I stare at him. He's wonderful. Dark blonde hair and dark purple eyes. Wait, purple eyes? He is the prince of the Lycan kingdom. Yes, I am your mate and you are mine, princess, he says in a deep voice. Your Majesty. I didn't know that she was your mate. Please forgive me. Daniel says, and I look around my mate to see Daniel kneeling on the ground. Yes, I know, Daniel, but now you do, and I want you to respect that, all right? Daniel nodded and avoided my eyes. Good. Now then I would like to get to know my mate, so what do you say? Is there somewhere where we could be alone to talk? My mate turned to look at me and I nodded and pointed toward the fountain in the middle of the garden. We walked over there, leaving the others, but I couldn't concentrate on anything other than my handsome mate. Just yesterday did my mom, me and Luna Sandra decorate this place. The fairy lights hang down from the trees and across to the fountain, creating a magical and intimate place. So I get this is a surprise for the both of us, he suddenly says as we sit down on one of the benches across from the fountain. I suppose, if you want to reject me, please just do it fast. I say dejected and look down at my hands. It was quiet for a minute until a growl teared out of him and I whimpered by his heavy aura that slipped out of him. Why in the world would I do that? Do you know how long I have waited for you? He almost shouted at me and I just stared at him, unable to do anything else. No. But I need to tell you something that might change your mind. I whisper and he nods at me slowly. You have had sex with both Daniel and Tristan. I can smell both of them on your skin, he says and looks away. What? No, I am a virgin. Tristan gave me this dress because mine was torn and Daniel just danced with me and I told him. He kissed you. He finished what I was saying and I nodded. So, what did you want to tell me then? He asks and takes one of my hands. Well, I am not like any other werewolf. They call me wolfless since I didn't get my wolf at the age of 16, but I did get her when I turned 18. She told me that I was too weak for her to shift. Since then I have trained every day, and I have the rank of top warrior, and I have muscles all over. I am not slender and pretty like most girls and understand if you want to reject me now. Because honestly, who would want a mate that can't shift and let herself be bullied when she is strong enough to defend herself? And tomorrow night she is kicked out of her pack because she is the great shame of her alpha and her pack. I rambled while fighting back my tears, which didn't work. My mate just stared at me when he suddenly took me in his arms and kissed me hard. Don't cry, princess. Let me tell you something. We Lycans don't get our Lycan until we are 18 and we don't shift until our 21 birthday. But a female Lycan won't shift until she is marked by her mate, so you see, there is nothing wrong with you. Your wolf, as you like to call her, was just waiting for me. Look at your reflection in the water, princess, he explained, and I feel that I am so confused. But I do get up and walk slowly toward the fountain. I stop and turn my head to look at my mate that stands up now and nods at the water. I take a deep breath, making myself ready to get laughed at, but when I look down at the surface I gasp. I look like myself, but with my makeup is smeared over my face, but what stands out the most are my eyes. Instead of my dark green eyes, they are glowing purple as my wolf is peeking out. Do you understand, princess? I have been waiting for you all this time. You are mine and only mine, he said and hugged me from behind.
Full story is available at novelpalace.com. Click the link in the comment section to get it free.